So welcome back, and here's the Romans Era 2. And as per usual, I made one slight mistake, well, at least one slight mistake on the first bit. The Green had a fleet, of course, in the Western Mediterranean as well, and fortunately it also survived, so that we just need to point it out to you there. Otherwise, here we go. So we turn over the building, and we have, Ludus Magnus, score 2 victory points for each province outside Italy. Blocking token is going on the very best senator position. But a key thing with this is that you get an extra senator. Green gets an extra one, and so does Blue. Because these scoring, buildings always generate as well an extra senator to come into play. You'll either have 6 senators by the end of the game, or 7 senators. Right, next thing, roll those dice over there. This is for Green, and this is for Blue, 6 and 2. So Green is still on any province outside Italy, and Blue is looking for Hispania. Hispania, any province for Green, that's fairly straightforward. He needs a bit of help after the disaster of losing Rome. And of course, Green is now the first player because he's way behind on the victory points. We turn over the card, we roll the black dice, and 6 is not appearing, so no fleet. We've got a nice strong general here though with 4, so I think he's going to have to take that. So he takes the 4 gold to go with that general, that leader should I say, and well, I guess he'll go for the 5 gold and get yet another fort. So that's Rullianus for the blue player there. Fort goes in there. Well, no, he's got to place the fort straight away, so it has to go in Gallia. If he can place it, he must. It goes in Gallia. Right. Let's get on. Green is first player still, so Green has some decisions to make. He's got the Roman position's not too great. Oh dear. He's going to need some armies, but he doesn't really have enough resources. I think he's going to have to trade. It's a pretty miserable position, really, isn't it? Not trade out, so draw revenue, sorry. He's going to go for the revenue. So he's going to place, I don't think he needs much extra gold, so he's just going to use his wanna. It costs him 2 gold to, maybe he does need to get extra gold. He's going to place his 3er, because it's going to cost him 2 gold to make it happen. So he gets 3 gold from the position of the senator, so that's a bit better. And then he's got a red cube and a blue cube to come. So that sets him up a bit better, but whenever you tax your people, they don't like it, so he has to place an unrest marker in one of the provinces he taxed, so that is going to be Etruria. He doesn't really want to tax Rome, keep Rome safe there. The unrest means that province can't be used for very much at the moment, but Rome still occupies it. They'll try and get rid of the unrest through the game, which is not terribly difficult to do. Now Blue's got a little bit of a problem here. Can you see it's got that native force stuck in Etruria there, so it's an ideal opportunity to call in the Praetorian Guard. And, well, he's got the 2 4s. Yeah, he's going to do it, even though he doesn't have a blue cube. He's going to spend 3 gold to buy a blue cube to place it onto there. And he's now going to attack into there with the 5 legions. He's going to do this. It possibly wasn't the very best choice, but hey ho, you've got to do something. Keep the game moving. Right, 5 into there. Well, that's hopefully going to take that out easy enough. 5 versus 1. Yep, that's a success. So he has regained Etruria, and he's now got plenty of troops sitting up there ready to come into combat. Green, meanwhile, hasn't, and really does desperately need to get some troops, I think. He could go for the 3 free legions. I think that's not a bad idea. Let's do it. It doesn't sound like many, but it doesn't need a lot of legions. It needs 3, and they're going to go into here. Oh, it's 3 versus 3 again. He keeps having that awful attack, doesn't he? Let's see what Blue's going to do. Blue is going to... Is Blue going to attack? I think he is, yeah. So both of them... Now, who had the... Oh, I've forgotten who had what now. Oh yes, Green had Rule the Armless. And... sorry, Regulus, and Blue had this. So he's only going to have 3 armies, so he's going to take his 3 armies. He's going to attack into here. 6 versus 2. Roll the dice. It's a win for the Romans. Thank goodness for Green. Green breathes a huge sigh of relief. But that was a Praetorian attack. Now, interestingly, with the Praetorian Guard, you can do something else with these. We don't have to, but you usually do. He moves the unrest. Lose a legion, removes the unrest. So that's quite neat. He only got 1 legion left, which is a little bit weak, but I think that's not a bad play for him, really. Blue one here, easy enough, so gets his gold, and now has conquered the whole of Italy, which may be useful. Meanwhile, he wants to continue his attack, and can do. Normally you'd be stuck in the bottom of Italy, but because you've got a fleet here, you can use the fleet, only use the fleet once. This is one of those new rules, once per era. But he's going to use that to go somewhere over here. He's going to come to Hispania, so travels on the fleet, flips it over to show it can't be used again. That's ready for the storms at sea now. Flips that over, all that work, and it's an unrest there when he gets there, but never mind. Blue had to take Hispania, so that is good. And he has got 5 versus 1, so he's succeeded. That comes off. Now, normally this would generate an unrest on the board, but lucky old Blue is achieving a glory. So when he achieves a glory, that is also removed. That's one of the times it's removed. That comes off there, scores his 5 points. And that was a big, big success for Blue. It goes in the pot. And he has 1 attack left. Now notice he can't use the fleet again, he's already used it. He can't go through Gallia. Has to come to Mauritania, which is, well, it's not too bad. It's 4 versus 2. Let's make that attack. And that's another win. So the Roman position over here is really developing nicely. Very strong, and he's now got the whole of Italy, which is going to be important in a minute. Green would quite like to be in the same position. Green, of course, has to conquer land outside Italy. So I think Green is going to do something quite similar here. He's going to attack, use his best general this time. No messing around. He's going to go into there. And Blue, meanwhile, because that Green has to now wait. Blue is going to do something exciting. What is he going to do? He's got decent depth of those. I think it's tempting. He can give victory points for places outside Italy. He's got, that would give him 6 victory points. Not a lot. It's not a huge amount. I just think Blue would quite like to do some building. So he's going to take his oh, wait a minute. Blue, for all his strength, has got no resources here. So he starts spending that money pretty quick. I think, therefore, Blue is going to go for the revenue. Okay, so he takes his wanna, places it in there. Now it becomes a bit of a good play here. Draws 4 back and places. So he's paid for his man in there, but now he's going to notice, because he's got all of Italy, he can take a god, and he's chosen this god. Now the first use of a god is any senator placed in the corresponding building, in this case the Basilica Aemilia, may use the 4 benefits. So although he's only placed a 1er, he can use this benefit, which gives him 5 gold straight off. Fantastic. And now he's going to tack. So he keeps that because there's another use, and he may well try and use that in a minute. That's a good ploy for blue. He's got that. Now he's going to get his revenue. I keep saying tax, but it's revenue, isn't it? He's got a fleet here, which is important. I'll show you that in a second. So first of all, he can tax anything in Italy that he likes. He's got a black cube there. He's got a blue cube there. He's got to get them all. I'll say anything he likes. He's always got to get them all. And he's got 2 more gold there. So the gold is beginning to flow for the blue player. Now, here, outside Italy, in order to get these lands of the Western Mediterranean, has to have a fleet in the Western Med, and he does, fortunately, so he can tax here and here for another red and a black cube. So the fleets you see have become, this is one of those big important rule changes, mega important for attacking and for drawing your revenue. Okay, that's good. Plenty of resources now, plenty of gold. However, he has made a revenue, drawn revenues. He has to place an unrest. He's going to place it outside Italy because in order to use the gods in the temple, he may not have unrest in Italy. So that's a good place to place. It has to be placed in a land that drew revenue. I think we mentioned that earlier. Right, that was a meaty bit of turn, and that's one of the meatier bits of turn drawing revenue. Once you get used to it, it's fairly straightforward. Okay, turn over here. Continue the attack. 6 versus 2. Come on, green, you've got to get back in the game here. That's a win into the pot. The green now has the whole of Italy, so we'll be able to use a god, and probably will do. And now green is going to go on a similar sort of attack. He's going to attack into Mauritania though first. That's 5 versus 2. Oh no, that's 7 versus, he's lost again. He's won this time. It's important he did win that because, apart from anything else, he needed to conquer a land outside Italy, which he has now done. So that comes off, gives him 4 victory points. There's a bit getting some score on the door, but not nowhere near the blue at the moment. But it's early days. There's lots of points to be scored in the game. Right, green's turn now. First player, so he's got to go again. Green could use the gods, and I think he must. Yeah, he's going to go here. So he's going to take this Minerva, and now he can use the 4 benefit. Even though the blocker's on, he can use the 4 benefit now because it's a god. So he pays 4 gold. He does have to pay the money, but he can now use, he can raise senators by 4 ranks, which, to be honest, he desperately needs to do something like this. So this becomes a 4er, and he's going to get, that's already a 4er there, so it'll change. Change that one to a 3er. When he changes this, it doesn't move, notice, it just stays where it is up there. But now he hasn't got much gold, but he has got a more powerful position that way. Okay, now blue has got a decision. Does he want to go to the gods again, or does he want to build? He's only got 2 2s. Build for 5. Yeah, I think he's going to build. Yeah, let's build here. So he places black token. He can build, spend up to 5 gold. He's got 5 gold there. Smashing. Now, I think it might be worth building another city now. Start getting those victory points in for cities. That's 3. Does he want to risk another fleet? At this stage, it's not imperative, but it's very useful when later on. Now, I think he's going to build a wall. He's going to build a wall here. That's his 5 gone. Try and defend that position there. Okay, let's go. I think for the green player, I think it would be good. I think green really needs to build. They haven't got much gold. He's already got his revenue. I think he's just going to get some victory points in. So he's going to go. They only get 5, 7 there. Let's go to here and show you how this works. Places a red token. This is the gods. So we use it to decide the gods. Flip it over. Temple of Jupiter. It doesn't matter whether you do the temple first or the associated building first. Now we're going to roll a dice, and we're going to add +2 to dice because it's a strong senator there. I'm just going to roll the dice and tell you what it said. So here's a big number. Oh, it's got 8! That's great. That's 6 + 2 makes 8. Now this might make a difference. Because what he can do is collect points equal to the senator's ranks. 3 senator ranks. So he's got 1 senator there worth 4. He's got another senator there worth 4, makes 8. And he's got another senator rank here worth 3, makes 11 victory points. 17. And then he's got another 2. So he can collect points equal to another senator rank, but not obviously the ones he's already used. So he can get another 2. Or he could choose to improve by a rank. I think he's just going to get another couple of points. Let's get those points in while we can. Okay, big points. Well, that's going to change the turn order, of course, unless blue does something strikingly original here. And blue's got lots of options here. He's got victory points outside there. Doesn't really, it's got this unrest, unfortunately. I don't like that. I could get rid of it by going to the Citadel. I've already got rid of them with that. I think we're going to wait with that. Do I want victory points? I tell you what I could do. I can go to Basilica. Let's go to the Basilica here. Because this will deliver more resources or points resources. Well, you can always go for what you want, basically, as long as it's below. So I'm trying to try and get some resources. I've got +1 to dice. What will I get? Oh, he's got 6 + 1, 7 as well. I can collect 6 resources and 10 gold. Wow. I'll have 2 of each. Gold, and I've still got 1 more to play with. I'll take one more resource and 1 gold, so I'll take another red and 1 more gold. Oh, goodness me, that's a very nice strong position now for blue. Well, I thought green was pulling back a bit there. Well, it's got more points, but you can see blue is in a very strong resource position. That may be something really important as the game progresses. Only time will tell. Let's take these off. And now we're going to remove those. And as we bring these senators back to the villa, this is the point when we have to remember to score for our cities on the map. And it does say on the final version of the game, it has an instruction there. So, no cities, no points for green. However, for blue, he comes back. And blue is going to get 2 more victory points. But still remains first play out, which I think he's really quite chuffed about. Generally speaking, you'd expect blue to be perhaps have more victory points because it's such a strong position, but actually green has forged ahead with victory points, which is good, but the choices are going to be with the blue player. Now, first of all, that Storms at Sea, flip these over. In fact, that was flipped anyway. 3-4 and a 3-4. What's going to happen? Ooh, all the fleets survive. Excellent. Flip these back so they can be used next era for transporting the troops. Oh, the gods need to go back. Mercury to there. Minerva to there. And now let's look at era 2. We've done that bit. And roll the black dice. 3 isn't in. Oh, Mauritania's not in. Sigh of relief, I think. Because Mauritania, that of course represents the Carthaginians and Hannibal. And that's the strongest one of the strongest players in the game. So you've got Illyricum 2, Macedonia 2, Gaul 3. Macedonia has a boat and a fleet, which is quite nasty. I think blue is just going to duck out here and just take 2 armies into Illyricum, and leaving green to choose between Macedonia with a fleet coming to here and attacking into there, or taking on from the north with Gaul. The enemy fleet will disappear again, so in that sense it's not too bad, but you sense the 2 armies with a leader. Oh, who knows? He's going to go for the Gauls here. At least there's no general there. There's rather more of them, but if he gets an early win, who knows, it might work out. Right. See, these 2 move out of the area. They're already attacking into Italy. That's a win for both. So Italy falls for the blues, so they can no longer use the gods until they've regained Italy. This moves down to his wall, which he built purposefully, to try and hold things up. Now, 2 for the enemy, 1 for Rome there. Here we've got just 1 for the enemy and 3 for Rome. Those walls are good. Is it going to be enough? It is for the wall, but it isn't going to be for this one here, I'm afraid. So the wall holds, but that falls. And now 1 versus 1. Come on. Oof. Green takes another hammering. You'd be surprised though, green is not out of the game. Believe you me, things can swing round very easily. The only slight mistake he made, big mistake perhaps you'd have to say, is that he got those victory points against him. Getting ahead is not always a good move. It's sometimes good to hang back a bit. Right, 3, he can choose where he places these. He's going to go there and he's going to go here. You can't look obviously into the pot, it's a random draw, but you can choose, because you almost invariably get a little glimpse of these. Like, oh, that's not very good for blue, he didn't want that, it's got an unrest on there. However, the Praetorian Guards will, I'm sure, deal with that in due course. Well, that's it for the end of Era 3. Era 2, it's Era 3 next.